More than friends, less than lovers, pals. Oh, yeah.
Let's say it at the same time.
Okay.
3, 2, 1.
Hey there.
Oh, I thought we were saying let's go to the mall.
No, hey, real quick, guys. Can you guys actually give us?
Hey, we're gonna have a
sidebar,
please.
Give us a second, please. I thought we were gonna just say the title. I think we usually. No. I'm saying that we usually start with saying like, "I hate their pals."
Yeah, I think that's fair. But I thought we were coming out swinging this time.
You meant swinging like that?
Yeah, with the title.
Are you sure they're ready for that?
Guys,
I think so. Okay.
they've been pretty chill so far.
So we're not even saying "Hey there, pals."
I mean, I think we've whispered it enough now.
Okay.
I think maybe
So
the air sense is in the air.
So we're gonna go up, and then we're both gonna say the name of the title of the show.
Yeah.
Then we'll get into the surprise.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry, guys. Okay, now we're ready. 3, 2, 1. Let's go to the mall! That was worth it, wasn't it?
Didn't you guys feel like we were busting down your door on a Saturday morning?
Yeah.
Let's go to
Get
the
in
mall.
the car, girl.
Get in there.
I don't know if that ever happened, but I would have loved that.
Yeah, honestly, I was
It
usually
was like,
the friend
get
waking
up and do
late.
yard work.
Yeah. Oh,
It was
Saturdays
like,
were for yard
time
work.
to weed whack.
But we're not here to talk about weed
Yard
whacking
work?
and yard work on a
No.
Saturday. Calm down, guys. It's okay. This is a fun episode.
We're dressed in full pink sweatshirts, the only ones we could find at our Goodwill, because apparently they don't sell Aeropostale shirts at Goodwills
Apparently
anymore.
nobody's slapping the words Abercrombie and Fitch across a crew neck
Those
anymore.
days are dead. Class
what's-
is gone.
Don't know what's going on.
We had
A mall weekend.
a mall weekend, which, we didn't even tell them, though.
Oh, wow. Sorry.
The
We're already
surprise.
skipping ahead.
So
We're already
sorry,
skipping
you guys.
ahead. Sorry, it's all discombobulated.
The first words you heard.
Do you guys want to know a little secret? You already have been told the challenge. Don't get too frustrated. If you're confused right now, and you're like, I haven't heard the challenge. I haven't heard the challenge.
Just put your head between your knees.
Okay. Head between the knees.
It's gonna be
Hands on the
okay.
wheel. Head between the knees. Okay? Keep it up.
This week, we thought we'd come out swinging with the challenge, but then we got, as usual, a little bit thrown off of if we were saying, hey, they're pals or not. But, hey, they're pals, we'll say it
No
now.
matter how many notes you do, guys, you're still going to get to the opening sentence and be a little confused.
No matter, you could be 9 episodes deep
Yeah.
and still not know.
Yeah. Also, guys, please don't be intimidated by the fact that we are clearly in a societal class that is pretty high and elevated right now in wearing these pink sweatshirts. And I know what you also might be thinking, if I may read your mind through time and space. You might be thinking, if you're listening to this, what do you mean? What are they wearing? Well, we're both wearing pink sweatshirts.
And when we're saying pink, you might be like, the color? For Millicent, yes, but we're talking about the brand. It's specifically Victoria's Secret's, I would say, tween sister.
We're talking serif font pink. Mm-hmm. It's not sans. Yeah, serif font pink.
Yep. And it was a cultural moment.
Yeah. We still haven't even told them the challenge, though.
We already did, though. That's the thing.
That's the whole point,
That's the
guys.
whole point,
and if
guys.
you didn't catch it, your challenge this week, go to the mall.
Because here's the thing. You might have forgotten about the mall.
Yeah.
But we haven't.
We haven't. I know that there have been gaps in my life where I haven't gone to the mall maybe as much. And can I just say that the mall is always there waiting
Always
for me
there.
with open arms.
The mall, well, actually, we had 2 malls in my hometown, and one of them did fully shut down. And they filmed a horror movie in it because it was so scary.
That rocks.
Yeah, so
I've seen like the online like people break into abandoned malls.
I do love that.
Yeah, which I did fall into a rabbit hole one time, and this isn't a dangerous rabbit hole, but it was talking about still air and like going into a room basically that has like the doors have been shut and the air has been stagnant, like there hasn't been airflow. That can be like bad for you because it can basically be carbon monoxide, I think. And
You
don't
just said
fact
this
check
isn't
me.
a bad rabbit hole. And then you proceeded to tell
I
me
just
about
mean-
something that I didn't know, which is air that's not moving could kill me.
Maddie gets on me because sometimes I do fall down rabbit holes.
Don't
I'm not going to.
bring up sepsis.
This one though doesn't scare me. You just brought it up.
Yeah,
We're not
because
gonna
I didn't
go
want them
into
to be confused. But Mills is going down sepsis rabbit holes. Nobody sent her anything about sepsis. Don't bring up the word sepsis.
Go to www.heytherepals.com with your sepsis story.
You know what? That is fair. If you're a listener and you have a sepsis
Only if
story,
you've survived
you can write in.
and you do still have your limbs.
Yeah, if it's traumatic, please don't comment.
No, this one is not the same as the sepsis one, because the sepsis one was so scary because I was like, anybody at any time I could get sepsis. Whereas this one, I'm like, I'm not breaking into abandoned buildings. We're not going to go into it right now.
That's a whole
because
nother
we're at the
episode.
mall right now. Okay?
And don't be afraid of the stagnant. Make your mall not have stagnant air.
Your mall. Odds are your mall does not have stagnant air.
Probably not. So, and especially if you go.
Yeah,
get
you're
it
moving.
This weekend, we unexpectedly.
Yeah, it kind of just happened because the mall's there for you.
The mall is there, and the mall will provide in a multifaceted way.
Yeah.
It's not just for one experience. It's for many different things you can need. So, to explain, our mall weekend got kicked off with our friend Jillian. As you've heard before, we've talked about her. She invited us to her mall, which had an American Ninja Warrior course in it.
Also, the night before this, we were at the mall as well.
What were we at the mall?
Round 1.
Oh, my God.
We did
I forgot about that.
Guys, we went back to back.
Oh, yeah.
Double header mall trips this weekend.
We were hitting the mall from both sides.
Oh, yeah.
We made that mall.
We made it ours.
We made it ours.
Well, there were 2 different malls. Let's just
two
say our
different malls.
DNA is on
2 different malls. Go find it.
in SoCal.
The first mall we did surprisingly just decide to go to was called a Round 1, which is a
Japanese Dave & Buster's.
Japanese Dave & Buster's, and it was, oh my God, a wonderland.
It was amazing. $3.99 glasses of wine.
Bowling. Arcade games.
More arcade games than you've ever seen in
Food.
your life, by the way. I did end up, I took it into my hands to be like, you know what? While my friends are ordering their food, I'm going to go, and I'm going to go get our game card. I'm going to go get our game card. I'm going to handle this. I put 160.
But let me say, to your credit, when a pal rolls up and says, I got the game card, and you go, well, I got to go get mine. And she goes,
No, you don't.
I got 160 credits on this bad boy. Yeah. You're like, oh,
Yeah, guys.
This is collective
Needless
play.
to say, we all played one game before I lost the card.
Guys, Millicent came back from getting another drink, and she goes, and I think I had gone to the bathroom. I come back, and she goes, you have the card? I go,
At this point, I've checked.
no, I don't.
At this point, I've checked every pocket on my body, and it has started to sink in of the only hope is that you forgot Maddie has it.
We retraced our steps, and we knew it wasn't going to be there. Because let's be honest, if you're in an arcade, you're picking up a game card if you're seeing it.
And you know what? Shout out to Chelsea at the customer
was gonna
support
say.
desk at Round 1. Because I'll tell you what, when my dumb little self came rumping up, because Maddie and Thomas, our other friend, literally they said, go work your magic, hoping that I would, maybe make a pal. Maybe, I don't know, they'd give me back 125 credits for gameplay. So I went up to the desk. Her name was Chelsea. And I said, hey, girl, what are the odds that I could get a new card because I lost mine that had 125? She said, oh, yeah, do you have the receipt? No,
No, I was trying to save paper.
I don't got no receipt. I can tell you I got 125 points, though. And I had 125 credits, and we only used it on 3 games. And then she told me, she was like, I'll go get the manager. I'll see. She was like, typically it's no, but I'll see what I can do. And I was like, Chelsea?
Tell, because she related.
Yeah, she said that one time, but her relating was honestly kind of her flexing. Like her being
Yeah.
I get it, girl. One time I lost a card that had 16,000 tickets on it. And I was like, we had, I think,
You know what,
23.
though? It's not a flex, though, because she followed it up with, because she said that they, gave her a lot of the points back, but she did follow up with saying it was a slow Monday. This is before she was an employee there.
Yeah, and then but
Not
now
really
she
a
said
flex.
she said though that now as an employee she can't play the games anymore. And I was like,
That's devastating.
that's evil.
Because
Also,
she
I'm
started
shocked
working
you took
there-
the job.
Yeah, because she clearly had a passion for that.
She clearly loved it.
She was getting 160,000 credits on
Yeah.
a Monday.
Well, and all this to say, we spent our Friday night at the mall.
It was beautiful. It was wonderful.
And then what do we do on a Saturday night?
We go back to the mall. Different mall. And we go to this American Ninja Warrior course. And again, you might be like, I don't have an American Ninja Warrior course. Your mall's got something.
Every mall's got some place to
Every mall's
climb.
got some sort of interactive activity, whether it's an arcade or it's
One of
like
those electric animals you can ride.
Oh yeah, I've done those. My dad and I did those one time, and for no reason. It was a great time. Also, kind of being like, these have never been washed.
Ever.
They are
Ever. That plastic saddle they've got on them.
It always makes me a little upset because the people that are running those, they never have the joy. that
No,
I
they
want
don't.
them to.
I want to see
And I know that
you.
standing in a mall all day is probably tough.
You know what though? Sometimes I do.
Please.
Sometimes I do last week we talked about like us getting a job at Crumble Cookie for a week just so that we can eat as much raw cookie dough as possible and then leave. But you'd have to time it out. I'd have to be like, so what flavors you guys got when I'm starting my
They
job?
they rotate.
But I would love a world where like for a week we get to be with the people that run those stations.
Yeah.
Because I know we would be. I would want to be doing. You know when they have people water skiing and then you have people like stacked up on the water skis.
In the mall?
No, I'm thinking I want to do that on the animal things. Like I want us to like you're on my shoulders and we're like
into,
I have
like,
1 foot
the
on each
sport
animal.
of
Yeah,
those animals. Wow, we could do that.
yeah, no, we could do that.
Give it a little time.
If you own
a rideable animal, one of the electric
rideable
ones.
electric animals, go to heytherepals.com, click get in touch, and let us know.
And tell us. But so we were at the American Ninja Warrior course, which is exactly what it sounds like. It is an official American Ninja Warrior course, which the woman doing the instructional video, Jessie Graff, who is one of my mom's former students, and I said, "Hey, girl." She didn't respond because it was just a video. But she was. So I actually was looking it up because I was wondering if she was partial owner. She's not, but she was the first woman to ever like complete the ninja course.
Oh, whoa.
Yeah, that's why she's such.
That's
I knew
sick.
she was such a big deal because obviously she was in it a long time.
Yeah, I love seeing like Wonder Woman-esque feats of strength, but I also love that this like jacked woman is also doing like sign language on the screen.
And
she had a whole.
yeah.
I think it's part of. You said it
I
was.
can't remember why that is a part of her thing.
Yeah.
But the whole cool thing about Jessie Graff is that she would like, I think, dress like Wonder Woman. Like she had these cute little like and then she was a stunt woman on both the Wonder Woman movies.
The way Wonder Woman, when
Amazing.
I saw it, I came out of that theater. My shoulders were back.
Oh yeah.
My head was high.
I said, yeah, actually, women can fight.
Actually, I'm starting to feel like I could have a little bit of extra power in my
Can they
swing.
act?
Who knows?
Questionable. The first one had us all in. The second one, I was kind of like,
Oh yeah, no. The first one had
Gal?
me. The first one, I was willing to accept whatever like flaws there were because I was just like, this rocks. And also Gal Gadot, I think when we first saw that Wonder Woman, I was like, that's perfect.
you know what? I actually did not see that till much later, and I watched it in an airplane. And we don't need to get into that right now. But giving the Nazis an out that they are actually the devil felt weird to me.
Was that the first one?
Yeah. We'll move past it.
Yeah, we're not getting on
We're
that
in the
right
mall.
now.
We're in the American Ninja Warrior
Get back to
course.
the mall. Although there are movie theaters in the mall. Anyway.
Movie theaters, you've got activities. So we go to the mall. We're doing this. It's 4 little courses and a big bouncy house. We're getting through the courses as best we can. It's a range of people in there. A lot of children.
Lots of children. I will say bad place for bangs.
Yeah.
They were selling when you go in. You had to buy grippy socks, and then you had for the bounce house, and then they had headbands for sale. And I'd say about 3 minutes in, I was like, I've made a horrible mistake. First of all, also, I've already got grippy socks on lock. You know, I didn't need to buy those. I already paid for those.
You're like, I spent a month earning those.
Listen, I paid the price for grippy socks already. Now I gotta buy a Ninja Warrior sock. American Ninja
we
Warrior
were
ones.
excited about getting Ninja Warrior
They
socks.
were pretty cool.
I
They say,
considered
like,
hanging
we
them
should've-
up, but I was like, that's gonna look a little gross. I feel like having our
We wear them and we're like,
sweaty
eh.
socks on the.
Yeah.
But so we were jumping around, having a good time.
Having a good time.
on
There
this
was
course.
one family that clearly was there a lot. Like they were
Yeah,
wearing
there was
like
some
grippy
training. You could bring
gloves.
gloves, yeah.
It's like us toppling, like trying to just like go through the first part, like running over these balls, and then like this family next to us of like the most jacked, athletic, like the kids and the parents are like flying through the air, and we are legitimately like just swinging back and
Yeah.
forth on. Anyways,
No, they're homeschooled. They're hitting this up on a Tuesday in the middle of the day.
yeah. No, they got a
But
membership.
and I think honestly, I think we did pretty well on a lot of the courses. I know they're meant to be accessible, but I feel like we did pretty well on a lot of them. Millicent and I, though, at the end of it, as if you've ever watched an episode of American Ninja Warrior, which if you're American, you have, and you run up
beat the wall.
ramp. There's a wall that you run up, and Millicent and I were both kind of like, well, let's give it a go, assuming we wouldn't be able to do it. There's like a smaller one and a bigger
Nobody
one.
ever does it on the first try, right?
Right? We did.
I've never done anything on the first try.
So Millicent and I
athletically.
in sync.
Run up that. If only could. I'd make
I
a
wish
deal with God.
I wish someone had a video of it, guys, because it was truly went from one of the most euphoric experiences of being like, we're climbing. Oh my God, we're making it to the top. We're pulling ourselves up. We're up. We're getting to the top. And then we're going, how do we get down? Because it's way taller than you think it is.
Way taller than you think it is. In the instructional video, mind you, Jessie told us, she said, when you get to the top of the wall, you can either take the stairs down.
And I'm gonna be honest, I think I missed half the instructional video.
They started it while we were in the bathroom.
Yeah, I should have, but I was like, wait, what's happening?
And
What
then
do
she
I
was
need to
like,
know?
and be sure you don't forget that. Ninjas before you. It's like,
Jesse, go back.
wait, Jesse, what am I not supposed to forget? Do the sign language.
Come on, sign it. I can guess. So we get to the top of the wall. We're scared.
First of all, so much higher up than you think it is. Second of all, I go, well, where are the stairs? Where are the stairs Jesse promised us?
But you know who was there for us? Our pals.
Yeah, we had
They
pals there.
really had to coach us
The
through.
only option was the fireman's pole.
It was a fireman's bowl.
I managed to get down the pole, but I was also scared because there was so much skin revealed like on my body that I was like, it's gonna like slide down, and sure enough, it did.
Yeah, but you have a surprising amount of grip on it.
Yeah.
Like, you don't expect it to be. You kind of, because we were sweaty.
Oh,
That's the thing. You guys got to remember, we get to the top of this wall greased up because we've been doing these courses back and forth. Because at one point, like, for some reason, it cleared out. Like, when we started, there was a lot of people on it. And all of a
Yeah.
sudden, there was nobody on
also,
it.
our friend was a little ambitious, and she did book us 2 hours.
2 hours. So when you finish the first course and the whole bouncy castle in 45 minutes.
You're like, oh no. Oh well. Also, Maddie and I did make a slight error in our calculations, and we did get blue ices. That was not.
So, okay. I don't want to have beef with our pals. But we go, so again, 45 minutes in, we romp around this bouncy castle for a little bit, which was very fun. It's very large. It's one of the ones that you can do like a relay race and whatever. And then we're all like, let's take a little breather. Let's go get blue ices. We've been talking about it the whole time. Blue ices, blue ices. Melissa and I got up there. 2 blue ices, please. We order up, turn around. You guys are up. They all go, oh, we're good.
No, we're good. You know what, though? We tell that story, though, as if the entire group is like, blue ices. And it is just both of us going, I feel like a blue icy right now would be good.
No, it is both of us going, blue, icy, blue. Not hearing that no one else is chanting with us.
That's
but
another good
truly
thing.
turning around with a giant icy being like, what?
What do you mean you guys aren't? You guys aren't snagging right now?
And then them getting back on the course and us
Yeah.
being like, blue tongues, blue teeth, being like, let's go.
I've got a blue stain in the middle of my shirt.
I will say I think we did some of our best work post icy. Because then when you got boredom time, when you got an hour and 10 minutes left in this place that you've already conquered.
Yeah, but you've got one of the places in this place is a bouncy house.
Yeah, you start getting creative.
Well, we did get in trouble for running at one point because Maddie and I got into the bouncy because it's a big it's like not a bouncy house. It's essentially like a bouncy like complex.
Yeah, it's
It's
There's
massive.
a lot of different aspects to it.
We get in there and we start kind of like slight running.
I would say jaunting.
Yeah,
We
I had started doing it and I was like, this is the most fun I think I've ever had.
Because you're going
ever.
fast, but you're not. It doesn't look like you're going fast. I think
No.
we deceived her. The 12-year-old that was working in there, I think she was confused because she let us go 3 laps around that thing.
Before she came up and
running.
said, hey guys, no running. And we were like,
And we go, and that's so fair.
yeah, no, that's so fair. We've already done 3 laps around you.
Yeah. And you let us go. And that was the same. The last 10 minutes, we really started getting creative where, again, there was like nobody in there at that point. So we started jumping on like the inflatable railings of the slides. And boy, let me tell you, that was a good time.
Yeah, I got too afraid to continue doing the slides. Maddie was a little slide fiend.
Yeah.
This one, you turn your back for 2 seconds. She's at the top again. She's coming down.
I told you because we had an inflatable water slide when I was growing up, and we got creative on that thing.
Oh, I'm
We
sure.
were launching ourselves off of it. But my favorite part of the whole experience is we are sitting on these and again, you've all seen inflatable slides. They've got these like big inflatable railings, and they kind of flatten out at the end. So we've been like jumping on those and playing off of them. Again, the 12-year-old had been circling, but she didn't said anything, which I was like, respect to her.
There was no other families or anything in the actual place where we were. So we were not
It was fine.
bothering
Like, everybody
anybody.
was like out. It was fine. But then Jillian is sitting on the edge of one of them like this, leaning. And the girl comes up and she goes, hey guys, just so you know, your like time is up. And I think our time was supposed to be up at like 7:32 or something. Like it was not right at 7:30.
One thing about Jillian, she's going to be exact.
Yeah. And so Jillian, like the Cheshire cat of this Ninja Warrior course, goes, it's only 7:30. And it was the funniest because Jillian's not somebody to like, she wasn't talking back. And I think the girl didn't even hear her. Like the girl was gone at this point. But it just was so funny of her being like, I'm here. I paid for my time. And this poor girl's just like, please stop getting creative. I beg you to stop using those words.
what a ninja would do.
You guys are so far from ninja status. It's embarrassing. So we leave.
We leave. We are sweaty.
We are sweaty.
Oh, we are sweaty. We are stinky. Our bangs are a little frizzy.
So we decide, well, we need some dinner.
Yeah.
And of course, Melissa and I, on the way in, had clocked that there was an Olive Garden. We show up to this American Ninja Warrior event, and we are already going, saw an Olive Garden outside. early. So then as we're leaving, we've inceptioned to them.
Yeah.
And we go, boy, we probably need a carbo load after that. And
guys
everyone
are
goes,
really tired.
we say it's like our friends needed convincing. They all were like, Olive Garden sounds great.
everybody was in.
But then we go, we can't be showing up to the garden like this. We can't be showing up to the garden in this state with our family.
No.
So we say, why don't we take a swing through the JCPenney's perfume section?
Let's hit up the
just
JCP
do a
for
little
some fragrances, right? And then things quickly snowballed because the fragrances, this is where JCP messed up.
Nope.
Okay? You got to keep the fragrances near the entrance so that the people who are just looking for a quick cover-up can come in and leave. No. They had the fragrances in the makeup section.
In their mini, like, Sephoras that they have in there now.
And that's when we started looking around and we said,
There's
a tester right there. That's got a sticker. That's a tester.
I always wanted to try dark purple eyeshadow.
Always wanted to try, honestly, a nicer concealer.
Yeah.
You know, I already am smelling nicer now. First of all, I will say, too, one of the key fun things about going to the mall is being able to see things that you've seen on television, but also, especially perfumes. Because of all the ads that you see for perfume ads,
I want to know. This is what Natalie Portman has been telling you about for years.
I was just going to say Natalie Portman!
She has been...
J'adore.
And she is running away from men. She is getting married.
Yeah.
She is leaving marriages. She is running through fields. And I wanted to know what it smelled like.
Oh, she's like floating into the air in Paris. Like a man's like, wait. And she's like, join the galaxy.
If we found out that it was like a full movie that they had been filming this whole time, like if you pieced them together, that would be awesome.
That would rock.
Natalie,
Perfume?
go to
Perfume?
HeyTherePals.com.
Big perfume. Reach out to us. Go to HeyTherePals.com.
Let us know if you want a friend set. Anyway, so we go to the JCPenney's and we go crazy.
We go
on
absolutely
that.
nuts. We go so
testers.
nuts that like there's nobody there, by the way. They're like
Again, nobody there.
nobody there. And I think a key point of this is also that we were putting everything back where we found
We were
it.
being
whatever.
polite.
But I think it started with each of us being like, oh, like I might try this like lip. For me, I was like, I'll put on some chaps. I'll put on like a little concealer. And then I spot Maddie. I'm literally bending down and I'm like, oh, like I've never tried like the Tarte concealer. Like I'll try that. I like pick it up. I turn around and Maddie's like a quarter of her face is just purple. Like,
Because here's the thing. If you're giving me samples of things I've never tried, I'm going for the craziest one. Like, I'm going for the one that I'm probably never going to buy, but I've always wanted to try. And so, I go straight for finger in that, the little tester thing in the
we're
darkest
like, guys, we were being
purple.
good. Maddie's like, nah.
Hence why I kind of tried to do a little homage to it today. I put purple eyeliner on, or purple eyeshadow on. But I did the purple eyeshadow. I put it on, and I was like, instantly from the bat, we're doing camp. That's what my whole base is about. Meanwhile, our friend Rachel, who was with us, who's just absolutely the most stunning person. I would say a time doesn't go by of hanging out with Rachel if a new person's with us that somebody doesn't go, you are beautiful. Just shockingly beautiful. And so meanwhile, Rachel's getting this like beautiful makeup on.
Rachel turns around and she's like, yeah, I don't know. It's like,
I look like that meme of that little girl in the back of the car with all that makeup on. Who's like, and I was loving it. But then, see, this is where I'm like, I love makeup because I know so little about it.
Oh,
and
so little.
Also, I think it's not like our friends are necessarily like makeup people in terms of like professionals.
I think Rachel has just perfected making her.
Rachel could put anything on her face and she'd look beautiful. But Jillian started getting crafty with me. It was when we found the blue mascara that Jillian starts going, what if we used that as eyeliner?
They had eyeliner.
We couldn't find blue eyeliner, not the kind that we wanted, not the vision. Not what Jillian was going for.
At one point, mind you, there's that table in the center where like the employees will like you can sit down and an employee will do your makeup. No, this was 5 of us surrounding this
but
table.
it took time. It built out.
Yeah.
And it wasn't until the only reprimand we got, which again we pivoted, we learned, somebody had opened not either of us. We're not going to
I'm pretty sure it was somebody getting some dry shampoo. I heard a spray.
Oh, I thought somebody opened lotion. I thought somebody opened like some sort of lotion, and the lady came over and was like, "Hey, just so you guys know, this isn't a tester." And then she came over to the table of us, and she was like, hey, just so you guys know, she was like, you guys are welcome to try anything in the store. She was very nice. She was like, you're welcome to try anything in the store.
Us going,
us so deep, fully spread. Like, it looks like one of our bedrooms in like a 90s movie of like about girls. And it's like spread out of all the makeup that we're using in ways that you're not supposed to use.
I'm on layer 4 of lip plumping gloss.
And lip liner. And she's like, you can try anything just as long as make sure it says tester. And we were like, yes, ma'am.
You betcha.
Absolutely. And so then she does have to come over. The only other time she came over was she was like, the store is closing.
And we were like,
and we said, and it's time to get out. So part 3 of this journey.
yeah. And if you're watching this and you're like, oh my gosh, where'd their pink outfits go?
Well, now we're on to a different phase of our you know what? It got a little out of control because we were just thinking about what we wore to the mall as kids growing up. I was actually not allowed to wear any of the things I'm wearing, but this was very in style of the double bra showing, Sophie shorts, knee-high socks. So, yeah.
Yeah, that's right, YouTube algorithm. Check it out.
Well, we'll get into the dynamic.
Sells, baby.
It sells, honey. They're like, you are so conservatively dressed.
Like a B cup?
Yeah. What? Hey, a Victoria's Secret, that's probably a C.
Yeah.
We'll get to
that.
So just to wrap up our mall weekend, we
get nice and dolled up.
in the most perfect way. Yeah, we're looking pretty. We show up at Olive Garden. We say table for 5, please.
Table for 5,
Table for 6,
please.
please.
Oh, 6.
And we sit down and
First of all, nicest Olive Garden I've been in.
lovely Olive Garden. And we come in and Millicent and I are like, because everyone that we're there with is like, we haven't been here since high school.
Yeah,
we
we're
were like,
like, we
Millicent and I
were
are going,
last
yeah,
month.
we were here fairly recently. And we were like, okay, so here's what's going to happen. They're going to try and play you, all right? They're going to try and be slow with the salads, be slow with the breadsticks. Do not let them. The second you were on down to 2 breadsticks, you'd be asking for more. Okay?
They're losing money on us tonight if we
Yep.
can help it, folks. Because that's the problem. They will, a lot of times, if you have unlimited breadsticks, you have to ask, and then there's a turnover rate of like 5 minutes.
But
the thing is,
not this time.
not this time, because this time we had a girl whose name I should have written
Starts
down in
with
my
an A.
journal.
But she was on it.
On
and she was
it.
like, we wouldn't even be asking. She'd be like, you guys need more salad? We even asked for extra mints at the end. She gave it to us. She
Yeah.
was delightful. Beautiful music playing.
One of our
there.
friends ordered a peach Bellini, which was
Everyone was delighted to try. Had a
Oh.
great time.
absolutely amazing.
It was the perfect way to wrap that up. It was the
really
perfect
was.
day.
And it all happened
In a mall.
in a mall. And that's the thing about a mall that I think is so... Online shopping is one thing, but I really do think people forget how exciting it is to hold something.
To also be able to browse with your friends and go, look at this.
Yeah.
Is so fun.
So much fun.
Yeah.
And I think that's a good way to segue into, because our challenge is for you to go to the mall, we want to give you just some inspo.
Yeah.
A little bit of inspo.
Some ideas.
Because the mall is for everyone, and there are ways. So we have 2 categories of mall inspo, of things you can do at the mall with your pals. And one category is free.
One is free.
Think back to when you were in middle school. If you were shopping at the mall, odds are, and you were either with your parents or your friends or something, odds are, unless you grew up very differently, you were maybe walking out with 1 to 2 things on a mall trip with friends anyways.
Yeah.
Because it was like your parents are going to either, unless it's like a before school starts mall trip. But like I think for the most part, it was like, I went to the mall knowing I probably wasn't going to really get
Yeah, I was not getting much at the mall. If we were going, I would go with my grandma. This is something I wanted to talk about, the breakdown of the Hollister versus Aeropostale versus American Eagle, because in our school, it was very much like you were a type of person depending on which one because that's all my mall had. We had American Eagle, we had Aeropostale, and we had Hollister.
Do you guys want to guess which one we were?
Yeah, I'm going to be rocking those 2 for $10 camis at Aeropostale, baby.
Yeah, you better believe those plaid capri shorts that every queer person growing up wore. Yeah. And Maddie.
I definitely had. Well, I think everybody had. In my hometown, everybody had those.
Yeah, everybody was.
But then there was a time where like you got to age up and like there was a little bit of American Eagle shopping where it was kind of like, oh, but you know, you would show up to school on the first day of school and be like, I got my new American Eagle shirt. Yeah, guess what? So does Sarah. And so does Madison. And so does Hannah.
Yep.
They've all got the same
Everybody's
shirt.
wearing this. Do you remember? I remember I had one shirt and they would have like the same shirt
Different
in
colors.
different. And you, the way that on picture day, I was like, in 7th grade, I was like, I'm finally going to wear something from the mall. on picture day.
Yeah.
And I'm going to stand out with my whatever. And then it literally was me and like 3 other girls wearing the same shirt.
Yeah, everybody had the same. It didn't matter which one you were at. And that, if I may say too, Hollister was for the sluts.
Yeah.
But
yeah,
that's
and
what
we're
I was
not saying
gonna
that. That's
say.
just the facts.
When I went with my grandma,
Not a bad thing.
Sorry, Grammy, and you might not have had context for that, but when I finally started going with my grandma to Hollister, because my grandma would take me for my birthday, like to get a little something at the mall, and we had a
grandma
always
into
had a
Hollister?
great time. She loved it because you could, I think like as we got older, it got a little more normalized and it was like you could go in there, but she did not want the bags because the bags always had like naked shirtless people on it that were making out. She would be like, we don't need a bag.
Hollister was like the surfing one, and
Hollister,
then Abercrombie was like the full-blown sex.
We didn't have an Abercrombie.
Okay.
We weren't that classy. But Hollister, you better bring your flashlight.
Yeah.
And a
nose
gas
plug.
mask. Hollister, also.
Guys,
the way
calm
ours
down.
did not have this, but the way that they were saying, you 15? To boys and being like, take your shirt off. Go stand outside. Yeah, Lorman.
Do a little turn for me.
Do a little spinsies.
Yeah.
And then the boys would be like, I was a model at Hollister. And it was like, you weren't.
You were a greeter. You were a Walmart door
You were
greeter.
a shirtless
Which
greeter.
actually way less cool than being a Walmart door greeter.
Walmart.
I
They
love a
got
Walmart
stickers.
door greeter.
Yeah, you
God,
don't
bring
got-
those back. Walmart, please.
Yeah.
Let us do it. We'd love it.
Don't charge us for self-checkout. Please
Yeah.
just bring back the Walmart greeters. But I just think that distinction growing up of Aeropostale to American Eagle to Hollister, it was a scale.
And I tell you, I stayed on the Aeropostale side of that scale the entire time. I've mentioned this before. My mom would pull out her measuring tape in the short section and measure inseams.
That's tough.
It's tough, yeah. And I'll tell you this, it would have been a waste of time for us to go into Hollister or Abercrombie.
Well, and
Quarter-inch inseams.
yeah.
Like,
You're
what?
not getting those shorts. Those short shorts the girlies would roll up. I was like, I'm not getting
Our
those.
generation was
I
not
wasn't allowed.
dressing for comfort. There was no semblance of that.
No, they were dressing for, is the top of my hind cheek gonna be hanging out a little?
Good.
Yes, this is gonna go great in my 7th grade math
reason
class.
I paid $18 for this pair of panties because you're gonna see a little.
Yeah. Oh, don't even get me
Don't
started
even
on
get
the
me going
prices
on
of
that.
underwear.
I
But
am a Hanes Pack girly.
So if you guys want some inspo of what to do at the mall, there's a lot of
You're at the right place.
free options because let me tell you, if you think both of us haven't done scavenger hunts at the mall, I told
Both
you,
separately throughout our lives. Before we met, we were doing scavenger hunts at the mall
I
separately.
don't think you and I have ever done a scavenger hunt together. And I just recently found out that you love them, and I was like,
I love 'em.
planning you scavenger, and that's perfect, Melissa, because this is another squeeze versus squeezy because I don't really love scavenger hunts, but I love making them.
Yeah, that's...
So
Okay, why haven't you made me one?
that's what I'm saying. I didn't know you wanted them.
Oh, yeah. No,
I
I
only
love-
recently found out that you liked them.
Yeah. No,
Which I should have assumed.
I love a good, like, hunt.
I think because I have trauma, which is mall related. When I was 9. So I was always told I couldn't get my ears pierced. We're going to bring it to Claire's. You knew we were going there.
Yeah, come on, guys.
I was told I wasn't allowed to get my ears pierced till I was 10. And I honestly
was mine
like,
too.
I was like, I'm fine with it. Like, I was like,
Yeah.
that's a mature... me as a kid being like, and that makes sense. That's a responsible
because when you're
age.
10, you're grown.
When you're 10, you're a woman. And you get earrings. and I was like, I'm 9. What am I going to do with them? And so for my 9th birthday, my parents made me do like a little scavenger hunt. So I was going all around the house or whatever. And then one of them was like something about like meeting Santa. So my birthday is around Christmas time. Again, our mall is 45 minutes away. So we got in the car. I had to go sit on Santa's lap at the age of 9. Again, is this for my birthday or is this for my parents?
I'd say if you can remember sitting on Santa's lap, you were too old.
I don't even think I agreed to sit on his lap because I was 9.
Yeah.
I was 9. I was in like 7th grade. And so I go up to him and I was just like, hey, my parents said you have something for me. And he was like, oh, yeah. They had like given Santa a thing for me. And it was like, go, like the Claire's was right next to the Santa stand. So they were like, get in there.
Santa was in on it?
Yeah. And I got my ears pierced. I also saw a proposal at the mall. At Christmas time, I told you that he was dressed like he was dancing to a Bruno Mars song. I have a video of it. I'll find it. He was dressed like Frosty the Snowman, and the woman did not know, and she did not love it.
Of course not.
What if she was like, "This is everything I've
oh
dreamed
my gosh,
of"?
I always wanted you to propose in a mall dressed as Santa in front of 300 people.
Not Santa.
Oh wait,
Frosty.
That's actually so
And
much
he
worse.
had dancing reindeer with him, and everyone was watching, kind of being like, "Oh, a fun little
Were they
like
Jewish?
Christmas mall thing." No, I think it just
I'm
was
like,
the,
why not be Santa?
because I think he didn't want his face showing. He had like a whole, it was like
okay.
covered, and then he starts dancing around. He's doing this whole choreographed dance, and he pulls her up, and she's
she
like,
punches him.
She literally is like looking around. She had a kid there. I think she had a child, and she's looking around, and he comes up and he gets on one knee, and takes his
He
head
hasn't
off.
taken the head off yet. Okay, wait, hold on. Getting down on one knee and then taking the head off is actually psychotic.
I'll review the tapes, but I'm pretty sure he got down on one knee. So you could do that at the mall.
Also, as we already talked about earlier, you can do a sample makeover. And this can be as in-depth as you want. You can choose one department store and set up shop there. Or you can literally be like, I'm going to do the face at Macy's. Then I'm going to hit up.
Let your friend pick what you're wearing.
Yeah. Then I'm going to go to JCP and I'm going to hit them with the eye makeup look. You can do a whole stroll. And then by the time you get to the other side of the mall, you're a different woman.
You're glammed
You're
up.
a different person.
Let me tell you, seeing those pictures from Olive Garden, I was like, look at us. These photos of us with 4 layers of lip plumper, like.
Maddie and I are wearing bibs, by the way. We like tucked our napkins into our shirts because we were both wearing white.
Because we didn't know we were going to go to Olive Garden, so we had brought white sweatshirts. We can't.
We were both wearing white.
We're classy ladies.
And I spill a lot.
So we tuck.
As is, yeah.
Don't be embarrassed to do the tuck.
No.
The mall. Okay, so other free things at the mall.
Scavenger hunt. Oh, still life. Now, if you're with a pal and you're at a mall and you're like, I don't want to spend money. Guys, there is something so amazing about just like, even if you're not good at drawing, it doesn't matter. Sitting down and being like, I'm going, like how people go to museums and bring their sketchbooks and will sketch like statues and stuff. No, do that of a Reebok.
I'm telling you, if you sketched something from my mall, my local mall, and then submitted it to our county fair, you'd win something. And call it like Scenes from America. that would earn you a prize.
So you can do still lives. That could be as in depth. You could bring oil pastels for all I care.
They're not gonna so thrilled. Yeah, you guys need to realize there's no president of the mall.
No.
Is there? No. But is there like I guess there's a manager.
I mean,
but
there's like
not
security.
On site.
And
There's
the
security.
key thing with all of this that we are saying, if you happen to be a mall employee and you're like, no, don't tell people to do this. I want to say that in our minds, like it is not even like it is an unspoken agreement and understanding that you're leaving it's like hiking, leave no trace.
Yeah, like be polite. The Boy Scouts
polite.
honor, like leave the mall better than you found it.
Yeah, maybe pick up some trash. I don't know.
Yeah.
That's something you can do for free.
And you know what? Maybe when the shoe shiner guys are going, hey, your shoes look pretty dirty, say, no, but I'd like to talk with you. And start a conversation.
Sit down. Do not let them start shining.
Shine their shoes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Catch them off
when was
guard.
last time you had your shoes shined? I hate those guys. There are dudes at the mall, and you know what? I don't remember
We
it
didn't
happening on
have
the East
these
Coast.
growing up, no.
On the West?
On the West Coast,
The way that they will insult
hey,
you.
look at those Reeboks looking pretty dirty. And you're like, I know.
Yeah.
I know.
One of them literally went, oh my goodness, look at those. I said, sir? I'm certainly not going to sit down for a chat with you.
No. I'm not going to sit in a chair and have you at my knees.
No, absolutely
Doing
not.
a service for me. I'm not going to pay you for that.
Also, then, of course, there is the fashion show element. There is and this was so classic middle school. I mean,
so fun. And then, like, getting to try on, like, go crazy with it. Go to, like, one of those dress stores.
Yeah.
Try on some fun homecoming, some prom dresses.
the way that I have so many photos that I had to, like, private on my Facebook of, like, my friends and I in middle school in dressing rooms, like, in the mirrors.
But it was a blast.
It was. And guess what? Dresses are still being sold at the mall.
Every day.
We have great news for you guys. Malls are still there.
I did write down last night, and I highlighted to say it, that malls are the arteries of America. Right? Because I think, and I'm curious on East Coast if the malls are still going, because on the West Coast, they are alive. Mills and I didn't grow up super close to each other, but we grew up like 45 minutes away from each other. So we kind of, actually, if you're from my hometown, probably like an hour and a half, but we kind of have shared lore. Mills, and I think this is bigger for your area, but I heard of it.
Yeah.
This is big mall. This is a big mall deal.
Guys.
People were scared.
People were. But you know what? As far as a bad guy can go,
Our mall had an enemy.
Our mall had a villain. We had a villain at our mall. Started going around.
Super villain.
We called him the butt slasher.
The butt slasher.
Because at our malls, it's like in Northern Virginia area. I think it happened to like 4 or 5 women. Where it was, he would go, and they didn't even realize it had happened until afterwards.
That's how sharp his knives were.
That's how sharp and quick he was. That's how quick he was slashing some butts. He would literally, like, they would go, and a lot of the women would he would just go up, walk by women, and just be like,
I thought he was, like, swiping them.
I think, yeah.
But they were like, women wouldn't know until they'd be like, my butt is bleeding. That's how they would find out. And then eventually, I think enough women started to be like, our butts are bleeding at the mall. Like, clearly, this wasn't just like I ran into a coat rack. Like, this is like somebody assaulted me.
It's not funny at all. It's so horrible. The women were all like They were all like everybody survived.
And again, guys, they were not. It was like deep. I think that's why it was so funny, is because it was like nothing that like severe. Like you might be putting a Band-Aid on that for a couple days, and then you're fine. And
Also, though, honestly, and maybe this is messed up to say, I would love that to be a part of my lore.
Milson, I was gonna say that. I literally was about to be like, as we were being like, it's not funny. So sorry to these women. I was about to be like, but God, I wish it was me. I wish. I mean, probably not at that time though, because I was like in high school. Yeah. And that would have been like, brother.
Oh yeah,
brother. I know you're out here slashing butts, but let's keep it above 18.
Yeah, come on.
let's have a little. Decorum.
At least have a little bit of class.
Yeah.
Listen, it's fine for you to slash the occasional butt cheek,
No,
but when you're doing it on a minor, that's where we're gonna draw the line. And you get that. Butt slasher, you get
did
that.
they ever get him?
I actually don't know.
If you're the butt slasher, go to heytherepals.com and let us know. First of all, what was the thrill? Was it just like that you were getting away with it? And how did you come up with it?
Yeah.
When did you slash your first butt?
We want to have you on the show, butt slasher, please.
And like, butt.
Were you mad when they started calling you the butt slasher? Yeah. Like, were you kind of like,
no,
the
slasher would have been cool.
Yeah, give me the slasher. So those are free things you can do at the mall.
Yeah.
Get your butt slashed. One of the things that we didn't say was,
can I curse a little? Let me.
Sorry, hold on.
If you have children,
are you guys cool if she curses a little real quick?
Just a little, because I do think that ass slasher would have been a better name.
Oh, absolutely.
It sounds very cool. And
the
just gotta
asser. Nope.
Ass slinging slasher. Like it's kind of that. Anyway, sorry,
ass
children.
Makes
welcome
it sound
back.
like you're like really throwing it back.
Yeah, it sounds like you're. I don't want to say you're asking for it, but
we are though. We're going back to them all. Like,
I do wish we saw which women he had slashed, and it was just like good Google him. Like he was like, was he going for a type? I'm so sorry.
And again, boy, was I dizzy.
This happened in like 2012, so I hope that their asses are recovered by now.
If you lived in like the Nova area, it was everything.
Because also, again, going to a mall,
and it quickly got out of the hands of local press and law enforcement in terms of like, people were like, did they catch the butt slasher? I heard he slashed another one last week.
The butt slasher slashes again. So again, a lot of free stuff. You can go to the mall.
And I will say one last one.
Please.
And this is in the same vein of like the fashion show element. Mm-hmm. The mall is your opportunity to, first of all, getting to go in with adult money now is fun. And I say adult money as if I'm not actually kind of spending less than I ever have at the mall.
Yeah.
But like, that is a fun element. And the idea that you get to be the one that's deciding if you leave with something or not. But another big one is getting into the mindset of an old-fashioned mall photo shoot with your friend.
Yeah.
We're talking Old Navy mannequins.
Sit on that water fountain.
Yeah. You put your arm around that Old Navy mannequin.
And I guarantee you're going to be giggling.
You're
posing? You're posing?
Yeah. Oh,
with that mannequin?
Fun. Yeah.
You're hitting it.
And if you do if during your challenge you go to the mall with a pal, I'm not joking. If you send us a photo,
we'll cry. That's not a joke.
We'll send you.
We'll cry.
We will send you something.
We'll send you something from our home.
From our home.
Not something we bought. We'll buy something for you at the mall.
Maybe. We are going to go to the mall, and if you follow us, you can see.
Hopefully there'll be a mall
event.
adventure. All right, let's bring them home. Let's give them some ideas of what to do at the mall with money.
Got a little bit of cash.
Got a little dough on you. Maybe Mama gave you a little 20 at Christmas.
You got a little bit of Christmas cash.
And you can buy whatever you want.
Whatever you want.
Now, I personally love to kick off a mall, and I'm saying you and I both love to do this. Mm-hmm. Our mall has a Orange Julius / Dairy Queen, and I love to get myself an Orange Julius.
Love a good little Orange Julie as you're walking by. It is at the top floor too, which I think is nice. So it's almost like you go up to the top and then you work your way down. Mm-hmm. Yeah,
it's a very fun process. So get yourself a little treat, or you can do it at the end if you want. A treat.
Smiley face is upside down on your necklace. Oh, so sorry. Can you imagine?
Everyone would have been like, she's furious. She's
so they're not
upset,
friends anymore.
So they're enemies.
Yeah. No,
other money ideas?
Orange Julie is fantastic. I would say most of the day, if you're looking for a treat, guess what? You came to the right place, a mall.
I'm sure you can find some coffee.
There's usually like a cookie place. Mm-hmm. Oh, I love a cookie place. One of the other ones is, and this one I think is very fun, and we've actually brought it out for you all here today. never underestimate the power of a new scent. Never underestimate it.
Especially because Bath and Body Works, they are always having sales.
Always.
They always are having some sort of like, the little ones are $5.
Yeah. Yeah. And it can be as small as getting a tiny bottle of portable hand sanitizer. They had a sale for portable hand sanities.
That was another thing where it was like, cool girl, if you were showing up to school with the Bath and Body Works hand sanitizer with the little carrier
Strapped to your lunchbox.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have texted boys.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yup.
Needless to say, I did not have the hand sanitizer carrier.
Needless to say, I was not allowed. Needless to say, my mom didn't understand the point.
Yeah. My mom said we got a Costco gallon of hand sanitizer at the
My mom
house.
said, I'm a teacher and I know every classroom has hand sanitizer. Why do you need the ones with the little blue balls in it?
So you can go and you can try the samples, yes. But I do think, especially if you are like, it's a new season. It's, you just want to welcome something in. Your sense of smell is very powerful.
It is.
And you can say, so for example, this is the most recent one I got. Fairy Tale. Fairy Tale from Bath and Body Works. I love it. I've actually used over half of it, which is rare because I feel like you never.
Mine's over
whatever. Here. But we bought this. I think I got this like a year.
Pure Wonder.
We got these.
Wonder. Oh my God, we should have put this one on last episode. So if anyone's wondering why we're freaking out, is because my perfume that I usually use is called Pure Wonder.
Yeah.
Oh my God. What did you do? I'm so sorry. I really thought your chest was out. I'm so sorry. Hi guys, I just sprayed Millicent directly in the face with perfume. That's a face full of wonder. I am so sorry. You breathing?
It's just it's just my whole, like every like orifice is filled with wonder.
There you go. Sometimes you gotta hit your pal in the face with wonder. Pure wonder. I'm so sorry. I really thought, I looked up, I opened the cap and I thought you were like this. And so I went, I'm going for it. Right in her face. Right in her face.
I was kind of like,
no,
I think my brain didn't
it was not trying to be an assault.
No,
I'm
I
so
knew
sorry.
that, brother, and I knew that.
So
I knew that
sorry.
instantly, and I forgive you.
We aren't those
And I
kind of
forgive you.
people.
Oh, worst. Oh no, not me smelling like wonder.
And the way it is like so hot and now smells like Bath and Body Works in here, and it's like concoction.
I'm always gonna have a soft spot in my heart for Hot Topic.
They're keeping those graphic tees alive.
They're keeping those graphic tees alive, and also just like I do love the fact that like, and this feels like one of their slogans. Who knows? Maybe it is. Where it's like, fandoms have a place here. I remember at our Hot Topic,
Enamel pins.
Yeah.
They're alive at Hot Topic.
yeah, lanyards, any lanyard.
They got a. You going to Disney World? Yeah, you best believe you could get a lanyard.
Stitch backpack. Yeah, go ahead and hit up Hot Topic for that one for sure. For sure.
A TV show you haven't thought about in 10 years? Absolutely. They've just released a brand new line of clothing for it.
The way I owned not one but two TARDIS dresses. One was gifted to me, and one was I had bought for myself.
Don't feel bad. I had a Boba Fett jacket at one point. Oh. I wore it to college, like first year, and I wore it to a class, and a boy came up to me and was like, so he said something along the lines of like, so you're with the Federation? And I was like, I will never wear this jacket again. Oh, this is before the show The Mandalorian was out, so I wasn't quite familiar with the term Mandalorian, and he was like, love the Mandalorian jacket. This is the last time I wear this jacket, and I feel bad. I do think I came home when my mom was like, you want to take it with you? And I was like, no. Mom, it's not because I don't like the jacket, it's because I don't like the attention it gets me, because I'm asking for it.
I don't want the community.
I'm asking.
I don't want the community. Guys, she's a hypocrite.
Caught.
Put on your Boba Fett jacket.
Guys, we gotta keep these walls alive.
You
Go.
got it. We can do it. If all of us band together, even just to loiter there.
Yeah. They're gonna go, wow, a lot of people in this mall.
Yeah.
It's fun to just stroll the mall with your friends. So that's the Pound this week, you guys.
Go to the mall.
Go to the mall, and if you've got a fun, embarrassing mall story, which I'm sure you do, sometime in middle school when you ran into your crush with your mom or something like
Ever
that.
had your butt slashed?
If you've had your butt slashed, please,
I'm not joking.
Please,
We will fly you out to
I beg it.
California.
We will fly you out. We will fly you out. We will fly you out. I'm not joking. We are saying that right here, right now. If you've had your butt slashed,
we are
let us
dead
know.
serious. We are dead serious.
We will fly
drain
you out
our
to
savings
California.
right now. Get
we
you
will
here.
buy another chair, and you will be sitting
We
right
will
here
be
to tell us your story.
We will even expand the studio walls.
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
and
You will have a room in our home.
Yeah, and even if the story is as short as I was flipping through cardigans at Aerie, and then I fell to pressure and then it was over. Even if it's just that, we still want to hear from you.
We're going to spend 45 minutes telling the story like it's a dramatic murder documentary.
We will be doing reenactments, but we will make sure that it's obviously not triggering for you.
Yeah.
And we'll play you and the butt slasher, so you don't even have to be.
You don't gotta be, yeah.
If anything, I could think that could be therapeutic.
Yeah.
To like remove you. And, you know,
what if
like,
we let you play the butt slasher? Would that make you feel better? Let us know.
Do you want to play the butt? If you want to play the
wanna
butt
be the
slasher
this time,
this is your opportunity, and we will. And actually, yeah,
Although I'm scared
it'll be a real knife. You can do it to us.
what if it? Oh, sure, you can slash our butts. Oh, that. Yeah.
Yeah.
You can slash our butts.
Yeah.
That's it. We'll find out what kind of knife it was, but I'm scared that we might be creating another. Like it might be like slash people. I don't want to like hurt people. Hurt people.
Also,
I don't.
if you, if yeah, this
I don't
is
want them
only,
to become a slasher, but
no. But it is.
I think it could be fun.
It could be good for you. I think it could be good for you.
Malls are waiting, you guys.
Malls.
They're
are
not going.
waiting.
They might be going somewhere if you don't get in there.
Yeah. Your hour and a half could save a mall's life.
So give today.
To a mall near you. And bring a pal.
Bring a pal.
Get a fun little accessory.
Spend money or don't.
Yeah. And at the end of the day, let us know.
At the end of the day, go to heytherepals.com and say, I went to the mall.
And we're going to be going to the mall this week, as I said earlier.
Yep. And we'll let you know.
Follow us on TikTok and Instagram at Won't You Be My Pal?
Won't you be my pal? I don't know.
It was amazing.
It's just something I've been playing with.
A gift.
Thank you.
It's a real gift. Thank you. Pals, this was a blast.
Guys, have fun at the mall. Bye.
Bye.
Ooh.
I don't know about that.
Kind of liked it.